curious minds. Welcome to Project Excellence Prodigy, your one stop solution for all your project management needs. I'm Govind, a certified PMP. And in today's session, we are going to explore an important part of every project, managing changes. As we all know, change is bound to happen, but how we handle it is what truly defines a skilled project manager. Interestingly, change isn't managed the same way in every project. In predictive projects, we follow a structured and formal process. But in agile projects, change is seen as a natural part of the journey and is handled in a much more flexible way. In this lesson, we will see how both approaches deal with change using simple and relatable examples. So let's jump in and get started. What is a change in a project? In project management, a change refers to any modification or deviation from the originally approved project baselines, which may include scope, time, cost, quality, or any other project component. These changes can be requested by stakeholders, triggered by internal discoveries, or caused by external factors. Imagine you are building a house. You already approved the design, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 living hall. And the timeline is 6 months. And a fixed budget is 100K dollar. That's the project baseline, meaning the original agreed plan. Now, midway through construction, the owner says, I want to add a swimming pool. Or the price of cement suddenly shoots up. Or the architect finds out there is a better way to build the roof safely. So all of these are changes because they affect the original plan, the cost, the schedule, the scope, or even the quality. So in project management, a change is simply anything that makes us step away from what we had originally agreed upon. It can be a small tweak or a big decision, but it needs to be formally tracked and controlled. Causes of project changes. Projects rarely go exactly as planned. There are many reasons why we might need to change the original plan. Let's look at some common causes of these changes using simple real life examples. Scope related changes. Poor requirement gathering or unclear stakeholder expectation during the early project planning phase. Suppose you are managing a project, the installation of 20 megawatt solar power plant, and during the planning phase, the client only mentions standard monitoring. So your team design a basic SCADA system. Later, the client says, I want AI based predictive maintenance alerts and mobile app access tool. That's the scope change. The original requirement was basic and now the scope expands. So this will impact cost, schedule and even the design. So incomplete or evolving requirements always lead to major rework or changes later. Schedule driven changes. Reasons could be like unrealistic deadlines, delivery delays or unforeseen sequencing issues. Suppose in your project you schedule transformer delivery for week 5, assuming that it is locally available. However, the supplier informs you in week 4 that the unit is stuck at custom and will arrive in week 8. So, because of this issue, the electrical installation team will be idle at that time and the sequential work will get affected. So, delay in delivery of critical items changes the overall schedule. Cost changes. Reasons are budget cuts, inflation, or cost fluctuations. For example, in your solar power plant project, suppose the initial budget allows for tier 1 solar panels. However, mid project global silicon price rise, so which will impact the panel cost up by 20%. The sponsor then asks to reduce the cost somewhere. In this case, you have no choice and forced to either switch to tier 2 panels or remove the robotic cleaning system which you have planned earlier. So the cost fluctuations push you to make changes in scope or quality. Regulatory or legal changes means the new government policies, standards or permit conditions introduced mid-project. Suppose the project starts under one environmental guideline. Midway, there happened a local election and new government came in and they passed stricter green energy norms which requires 10% of the site to be covered with plantation or biodiversity conservation. Now you must redesign your site layout and install eco-friendly fencing which will add both time and cost to the project. Stakeholder driven changes, shifting expectations or introduction of new stakeholders. Suppose midway through your project, the client's new CTO joins and he says, why aren't we using bifacial panels? Means the one which absorbs sunlight from both the front and back. Let's upgrade to the latest tech. So this wasn't in the initial agreement and it would change the panel layout, mounting structure design and inverter configuration. So new stakeholder input redefined the original deliverables. Risk events means identified risk materialize or new risk emerge unexpectedly. Suppose you anticipated some monsoon delays, but you did not expect a labor union strike just before module mounting. So now your entire workforce is offline for 2 weeks. So this unforeseen event will affect the productivity and push the milestones forward. Design or technical issues, initial design flaws or technical upgrades during the execution. Suppose while doing cable trenching work, your team discovers that the soil conductivity is higher than expected. The original earthing design is no longer compliant with safety standards. So in that case, you must redesign the entire grounding system and for that you need to reorder materials. Such kind of technical shortcoming in initial design causes rework or project changes. Next topic, manage changes. Changes are inevitable and we saw in last slide that they may arise from stakeholders, from technical issues or even from evolving market needs. And the way we manage these changes depends on the project approach we choose, predictive, agile or hybrid. In predictive project, changes are not made on the fly. They are handled through a well-defined and formalized process, which is called the Perform Integrated Change Control Process, PICC. It ensures that every change, no matter how small, is assessed for its impact on the overall project scope, schedule, and cost before implementation. Imagine you are organizing a big traditional Indian wedding. Everything is planned: the venue, catering, guest list, music, rituals, and the timeline for each event also fixed. Now imagine 1 week before the wedding, the bride says, let's add a live band performance and a drone video shoot during the barat. Do you just go ahead and book it? Of course not. You will first check, does the venue allow drones? Will it interfere with another schedule? Or will it affect the budget or other vendors? Only after careful review and approval, the new plan is logged in and integrated with the rest of the wedding plans. That's exactly we manage changes in predictive projects with a structured and formal process called PICC, Perform Integrated Change Control Process. And these are the steps we need to follow for PICC. Change request raised. It all starts with someone raising a change request. It could be due to a stakeholder request, a scope issue, risk response, or even design gaps. For example, in our 20 megawatt solar power plant project, the client suddenly wants to switch from monocrystalline to bifacial panels. Second is logging the change. Once a change request is raised, it's logged in the change log for traceability. Think of this as a tracker with who requested what, when, and why. This log is often maintained by the PMO or project manager. Third step is impact assessment. Now we pause and assess how will this change affect our project triple constraint, scope, schedule, and cost. Will it require redesign, extra procurement, or the time extensions? Fourth is CCB review, Change Control Board. The request is now reviewed by the Change Control Board. It is a group of decision makers, usually the sponsor, client representative, project manager, and technical leads. So the goal is either approve, reject, or request more information. Next step is decision made. After deliberation, the board makes a final decision. They approve the request with go ahead. Next step, communicate the decision. Now it's time to update all relevant stakeholders about the change and its impact. Team members, client, and vendors must know what has been approved. Final step is implement the approved change. Update the project management plan, baseline, and the documents. Start the actual implementation of the change in a controlled manner. PICC process ensures that every change is formally requested, carefully assessed for its impact, and only then approved or rejected, keeping the project aligned with scope, schedule, and cost baselines. Next is flowchart of PICC, Perform Integrated Change Control Process. It starts from change request form initiated, means someone involved in the project suggests a change by filling out and submitting a formal change request form. Change initiators, these are the individual or groups who identify the need for a change and submit a change request. Could be anyone, project team members, stakeholders, vendors, project manager, or regulatory authorities. Log or record the change request. The submitted change request is documented in a tracking system to monitor its progress. Initial screening or primary filter. The change request is checked to see if it is valid, relevant, and properly filled out. If not suitable, it's rejected. If acceptable, it moves to the next step. Check for impact or deliverables. We need to determine whether the requested change affects the actual project outputs or results. If it doesn't affect them, then request is rejected. If it does, a deeper review is needed. Next, assess the impact and prepare impact statement. Analyze how the change could affect the project's time, cost, scope, quality, or risk. This helps in deciding whether the change is manageable or not. Review is carried out here. How serious the impact is. Small changes are reviewed by the project manager. Medium changes are reviewed by the project manager and key stakeholders. And the large changes go to the project manager, sponsor, and stakeholders for evaluation. Next, make the decision if change is authorized. A final call is made to either approve or reject the change after the review. Next, plan and share the change. If approved, the change is carefully planned and shared with the team and stakeholders before execution. Next, implement and execute the change. The approved change is carried out and necessary updates are made to the project documents. Rebalance the project or adjust the project plan. After execution, the PM ensures the overall project remains balanced in terms of scope, schedule, and budget. And necessary adjustments are made to align the project objectives post change. Now, let's look at how changes are managed in agile projects. Because unlike predictive projects, agile doesn't use a formal process like PICC. But that doesn't mean agile is chaotic. In fact, agile manages changes in a highly structured and continuous way. It's just built into the agile framework itself. Let me walk you through it step by step. First, change is captured in the product backlog. In agile, whenever someone has a new idea, requirement, or identifies a change, it's recorded as a new item in the product backlog. It could be from a customer, the team, a stakeholder, or even from user feedback. Second step, change is refined and analyzed. The team collaborates to refine the item. They clarify what exactly is needed, what success looks like, and break it down into understandable user stories or tasks. Third, change is prioritized. The product owner evaluates the business value, risk, and urgency of this new change and ranks it in the backlog. Fourth, change is selected during sprint planning. During sprint planning, the team picks the top priority item from the backlog, which may include the new change request. If it is important, it gets pulled into the next sprint and becomes part of the team's work. Fifth, change is implemented and delivered. The team works on it just like any other backlog item. They build it, test it, and demonstrate it during the sprint review. And finally, feedback. Stakeholders review what was delivered and their reactions may trigger new improvement or changes, which again go into the backlog and the cycle continues. So in Agile, change isn't controlled by a gate, it is handled by a loop. It is an adaptive continuous cycle that welcomes change while keeping it under control through transparency, prioritization, and regular delivery. And that is how Agile project embrace change, not with a change control board, but with a collaborative, flexible system that is built right into how the team works. That's it for today's lesson on managing project changes. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Project Excellence Prodigy for more project management insights. Until next time, stay curious, stay excellent. Namaste, goodbye, Sampai Jumpa.